What are the top 3 AI coins that you can invest in now to take advantage of this great narrative in our Bitcoin ramping up in the next 6 months to a year? That's what we're going to talk about today on Crypto Intel. My name is Max. Let's get started. Okay, so you can see that if we look on the chart with Bitcoin is kind of trending right now. It's just basically going sideways between around 60K and around 70K, 73K. And when Bitcoin starts trending like this, going sideways a bit, that's when some of the altcoin narratives can really start to take pace and take root. So I want to look at one of those now, which is the AI. I combine AI and DPIN, which is crypto coins that are dealing with real world assets. And one thing that was very interesting this past week was an article right here about SingularityNet, FetchAI, and Ocean Protocol looking to do a merger and to drive this decentralized AI development. Now, this is important because AI is a very strong narrative in traditional finance. It's been talked about all the time. Just recently, there was a conference around some of the AI stocks, NVIDIA, namely, as one. And, you know, this anytime AI is in the news in traditional finance, it gets reflected in the crypto AI coins too. So what I want to look at today is 3 coins that I think are on the verge of breaking out, making good trades in the AI space. So let's just take a look at these right now. I'm gonna go over to where I have these. And, you know, this article here mentioned SingularityNet, Fetch, and Ocean Protocol. And if we look at each one, you can see that really only one is at a point where you can make a viable trade. So if you look at AGI, you can see here, this is the beginning. It looks like the beginning of a cup and handle. If I were to draw this like this, you can see how it dips, and now if it dips again, then that's where I would enter. If this dips down and then breaks this support resistance line here, you can enter in here. So it's not quite ready yet for a good entry, I don't think, you know, but it could be coming down the road. And wait, let me just get rid of this. Let's take a look at, and the other one that really is looking the same, the second coin in this merger is Ocean Protocol. And again, it's the same thing. You see it has a dip here, and if it does a handle, this would be a cup and handle, and we break this line right here, that will be a good entry point. But these aren't quite ready yet. We want to see what happens with these. Now, the ones that are ready, one is FetchAI. This is, again, we are seeing this as a potential cup and handle. If it goes down and breaks again, then that's when I would enter. And you can see that if I just let me move this a little bit. Okay. All right. You can see that this is getting ready to be a good move. Now, the way that I would work it would be if you put your stop loss here, and usually in a cup and handle, you can take from the bottom, which is about 214, and then just raise it up like this. Put this up here. Because you can see Fetch, let's just take a look at this broadly. It looks like Fetch is probably in price discovery. So what I would do here, you can do this with either Fetch, SingularityNet, or Ocean Protocol. They all are showing the same pattern of a possible cup and handle. So if it does do the handle part right here, this breaks down and comes around and then breaks this line right here, that's when I would put my trade on. And I think all these look really similar in that the you're going to have your next lower pivot point. Like for instance on this one, your pivot point is going to be down about 30%. Okay, so it isn't going to be the most perfect trade, but these all look the same. So it does look like you can get a good 2 or 3 to 1 risk profile on these. Now, there is 2 other ones in the AI DePIN space that I think are even more ready as trades to be taken. And if we look at Ondo, let me just make this a little bit bigger here. You can see now, what is Ondo? Well, Ondo is a decentralized finance, a DeFi protocol that looks to make institutional grade financial products and services available. So what it's doing is it's taking services and products that are available in the traditional finance world and it's putting them on the blockchain. So this is why it's DePIN. And Ondo looks like it's ready to move here. What we see here, if we, let me just move this down. If we draw some lines here, it's a little hard to make it there, like this and like this, you can see this is a bull flag. This is a real typical example of a bull flag. And the way that you play this is once it gets above this descending trend line right here, once it gets above that, then you can figure that it'll go the length of the flagpole, which is right here. You can see right like this. We put the flagpole like that. And so now we can put our, let's say we would do it here. We can put this below the descending trend line here, and then we can have our risk to reward up here like this, which is about a 4 or 2 to 3, depending on where it breaks out. So this one is ready to move too. So Ondo Finance, I would keep on my watch list. Watch and see when it breaks this this flag here, and then you can enter it. And then the last one I want to talk about is TON. And again, what is TON? We can look here. TON is an open layer 1 proof of stake blockchain. That's a virtual machine. That's payments. It's a storage and site. So it is a coin that has a whole ecosystem behind it. And so this again is a great AI play. It did have a nice run up, but you can see here when you break a trend line like it did right here back in March 22nd, it moves up, and usually it's going to correct. And if it corrects between the 618 right here and the 7.86 right here, that is a good time to enter. So this is right now around the 0.5. If it gets a little bit lower, or even you can enter here. And again, you can put your risk below the last pivot point, which is right about here, and you can get a 2 to 3 to 1 risk to reward on TON. So these are 3 AI DePIN altcoins that I think are ready to move. Keep an eye on them. When they break through their resistance lines, like I mentioned, they will be good trades going forward. That's all for today. If you like the content, please give us a like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.